Fans flocking to the corner of 3rd and King this series have been treated to a couple of game-ending hits.
In the center field, and this game is over. On the ground, and it hits the runner, and this one is over. Unbelievable.
And today the series will be over. The Giants go for the sweep of the Angels, and it's coming up next.
We've got a very nice Sunday afternoon here at AT Park as our fans final in for Giants baseball. Giants-Angels final game of this 3-game series. Hi again, everybody. I'm Dwayne Kuiper. Alongside of me is Mike Krukow. Well, the Giants have a chance for a sweep. Sweeps are hard to come by, but they're playing good baseball against this Angels team, and today it's up to Tim Lincecum to outpitch Jared Weaver.
Well, that is going to be the key thing. This, you think about the matchup between Jared Weaver and Tim Lincecum. This is a couple of former aces. A guy they both used to throw very hard, and no longer do they do that. In fact, Weaver at times has a hard time hitting 85 miles per hour. Lincecum is right there around 87 to 88 miles per hour. So, if you look how they've done so far this year, well, the Angels have won 1 of 5 starts with Weaver. The Giants have won 1 of 4 starts with Lincecum. I think this start is very important, not only for the team, but very important for each of these pitchers.
And Buster Posey back behind the dish, catching Tim Lincecum. All right, when we come back, we will have the starting lineups and the very first pitch right after this.
Brought to you by Jack in the Box. Jack's hottest sandwich is back. Head to Jack in the Box for Jack's Blazing Chicken Sandwich. By Toyota, #1 in MPG, durability and resale value. Toyota, let's go places. And by DraftKings.com. Play daily fantasy baseball for free on DraftKings.com with the official daily fantasy partner of Major League Baseball. Enter promo code ORANGE for free entry.
We're at AT Park as the Giants take the field. Our game time weather is presented by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. Admission is free. Visit online for park hours at beachboardwalk.com. 59 degrees here at the yard. You can see the humidity. Winds very light, and we've got scattered clouds, a bit hazy. So the lineup that Tim Lincecum will be facing, it'll look like this. It'll be Ibar and then Mike Trout, and you can see what he's done the last 6 games, and he's also hit a couple of home runs in this series. Pujols hit a home run yesterday. He'll hit 3rd. Then it's Calhoun, Freese, and Joyce. Giavotella is hitting in the 7th slot. Weaver, the pitcher's going to hit 8th, and Iannetta will hit 9th.
On the hill today for the Giants will be the veteran Tim Lincecum. Lincecum, 5'11", 170-pounder, 30 years of age. He is an 8-year veteran. And in 4 starts, 1 and 2 with a 3.27 ERA for Lincecum. They give you 4 looks, a fastball that'll go high 80s, an occasional 90 with 2-seam and 4-seam movement. He's got a curveball, a slider, and a forkball. Lincecum against lefties this year, chewing them up. They're 8 for 40, hitting 200 against them. Righties, however, hitting 385, and that'll be the challenge for Lincecum today. The right-handers in this lineup. Let's take a look at the defense playing behind Lincecum today, starting in the outfield for the Giants. From left to right, it'll be Aoki, Pagan, and Blanco. Crawford and McGee on the left side of the infield. Panic and Bell on the right side. And Buster Posey, for the first time in about a year, is going to be in the squad. Catching for Tim Lincecum.
All right. Here's Ibar. And the first pitch of the ball game is hit on the ground to Belt. Belt onto his knee, will turn around and throw to Lincecum. And that's how this game gets started.
Well, one pitch, you got to be ready. And this is kind of how you get into the flow of a game quickly if you're Brandon Belt. And didn't have to do a whole lot of thinking on it. Just a 2-step fall to his right. It's a matter of getting to a knee and an underhand flip. Perfect lob, chest high to Lincecum, and that's our Exmo. It's brought to you by your local Toyota dealer. Nice play.
That's amazing. They work on that play so much in spring training that when Belt spun around, he knew exactly where Lincecum was going to be. There's a strike to Trout. Trout hitting .333. He's hit home runs 5 and 6 in this series. And he's got 15 driven in. And it's Nothingham 2. This is his home run yesterday.
Really one of the few mistakes. Really, you can't even call that a mistake. It's on the outside corner, about a little above the knees. But Trout, a great 2-strike hitter, jumps on it.
Foul back. I believe I said Trout hit a home run on Friday. He did not. So he's had 1 home run in this series. The winner yesterday. This is the day to enjoy that outing for Tim Hudson.
Nothing better than being a starting pitcher after a win. The next day you get to the ballpark and life is beautiful.
And then the pitching coach tells you who your next start is against, and you probably already know.
Yeah, but today, I mean, you're starting to think about the Miami Marlins, which will be the next start for Tim Hudson. But, you know, you really don't get into that until you get on the side, which is tomorrow. So today's kind of day for free. And if you've got a win to kind of sit there and feel good about, it's a good day.
Low, 1 and 2.
Albert Pujols back in the lineup today after hamstring problems.
Pujols missed Friday. He did play yesterday. It's 1 and 2. Hit on the ground to McGee. Better hurry. 2 down.
Wow, he's excited. Take a look at what Lincecum has been using this season. Fastball about 21% of the time. He'll cut the fastball. So basically, I mean, it's 44% of the time you're looking at some kind of fastball, whether it be a 2-seamer or a cutter. And then the splitter, slider, curveball, he'll use whatever's working that day. I mean, he has no fear of throwing any of those when he's got a good feel of them.
Here's Pujols. Pujols sees a curveball for a strike.
Good strike zone today, too. Doug Eddings, a plate umpire. He's a low ball guy, but it's a pretty big zone, a very consistent zone. I think this crew in general, one of the best crews for balls and strikes in the game.
The rest of the crew goes like this. It'll be Johnson, Miller, and Hamari from first to third. 1-1 to Albert Pujols. This has got a chance to fall, and it will. So Pujols dumps one into right field for a 2-out single. And now to bring up Calhoun. Little League Day here today.
Dave Fleming was the host today. The three Giants as they had a little clinic for little leaguers and question and answer. Justin Maxwell, one of the Giants that was there. Gregor Blanco. It's really a great day for little leaguers to get close to a big leaguer, hear what they have to say. And always, the one story that's always constant is that all players were former little leaguers.
A little low to Calhoun. Calhoun on Friday night went 1 for 2, went 1 for 3 in the game yesterday. Hits this one on the ground, and it's Panic to Belt, and that'll end the inning. No runs, a hit, one left. Giants are coming up. Aoki, Panic, Pagan, and others. Buster Posey, the cleanup hitter, then Belt, and then Crawford in the last 14 games. Oh, yeah. McGee, Blanco, and Lincecum will be the bottom three.
On the hill today for the Angels will be the veteran Jared Weaver. Take a look at what he has done in 5 starts. 0-3 with a 5.83 ERA. In those 5 starts, the Angels have only won 1 ball game. And there was a time this guy was a mid-90s thrower, no more. Now you're going to see 83 to 85 mile an hour with a fastball. But he'll cut the ball, he'll sink the ball. He's got a good curveball, slider, changeup. He'll throw a lot of different looks at you, and he's very deceptive. He's a tall pitcher with a little crossover step. And you just don't see the ball early. He's 6'7", 210-pounder. Very unusual delivery.
So here's Aoki. And he hits a high drive to right. Calhoun looking up. It is out of here. Number 1 for Nori Aoki, and the Giants lead 1-0. How about that? Right today at lunch he's going to hit one today.
I wish. I mean, you'd think that was a product of a lot of history against the guy, but he's only had 3 at-bats against Weaver coming into that at-bat.
So here's Panic. Panic takes down low.
3 at-bats lifetime. He was 1 for 3. Here got what he was looking for and showed everybody here he's got some pop.
Panic skies one to right, but that's going to be foul. Hey, we have somebody on splash cam for every game, and this is why.
Well, it's really one of the signature shots in this ballpark. That one not going to get to the water, but still.
Hit to right. Calhoun looking out. It is out of here. And it's 2-0 Giants. And for Panic, that's his first one. Folks, we're at Coors Field this afternoon.
Oh, my Lord. You're talking about getting 41,000 into a game early. This place is rocking after 2 hitters. And they got the ball. Let's go, Dad.
So here's Pagan. And Pagan takes a strike.
First breaking ball he throws up there, and it's just got some big time hang time. Belt high, see ya. And Panic backspins it right out of here.
And Pagan a quick 0-2. Pagan hitting .347. And he rolls this one foul.
Saw the stat from Jared Weaver, 8th time that he's given up a home run this year, and that leads the American League. You know, we watched Okies, what do you say? We watch Joe Panic. Going right over the left center field wall. I mean, you got to get it over that wall.
Hit high to right. Calhoun back. Looking up. It is off the top of the wall. Pagan is headed to 3, and that's where he'll stop. Unbelievable.
Who are these guys? Again, the breaking ball. Right knee-high middle end, and in a 2-strike count, Angel Pagan almost joins the home run club. And this one goes high off the bricks. And that does earn a salute.
Here's Buster Posey. And the first pitch to Posey is high, 1-0.
Well, you know what he's thinking. Posey's up. He's watched 2 home runs and a triple.
Posey on the ground to third where Freese cuts it off. And his throw will be a bit offline, but Pujols stays on the bag.
You watch the way that the fastballs have declined throughout the career of Jared Weaver and Tim Lincecum, and it is really noticeable in the last 5 years. I mean, you're losing, 5 to 6 feet of fastball. I mean, it makes you a different pitcher altogether than what they were 5 years ago.
So here's Belt, and Belt takes a pitch inside, 1-0.
Man, Weaver wanted that pitch. I mean, you go from a power arm to a finesse arm, and that's where they're at now. That doesn't mean you can't get people out. You have to go about it a different way.
Infield is in. They were not in with Posey. So it's 3-0.
And one thing we learned about Weaver when we saw him in spring training is he is not ever going to give in to a predictable speed. He just isn't going to do it. He'll throw all of his pitches in any count. Rare he throws a straight fastball in a fastball count.
Belt on the ground to Pujols.
Let's take a look at the defense behind Jared Weaver that the Angels will employ today. Starting in the outfield will be Joyce, Trout, and Calhoun with the best arm in right field. Ibar and Freese on the left side of the infield. Giavotella and Pujols on the right side. Chris Iannetta, he'll be in the squad putting down the signs.
So now Crawford needs a base hit to knock in Pagan. And Crawford takes a strike, and it's 0-1. Crawford has faced Weaver twice. He's 1 for 2 lifetime. See his numbers: 5 home runs, 12 driven in. 2 for 4 in the game yesterday. And here he swings and misses. 1 and 2.
Way out in front of that changeup. It's a funky at bat. I mean, it's just a lot of soft stuff from a different angle, and you don't see it early because of the deception and the crossover step.
Got him, and that'll end the inning. So, back-to-back home runs. Aoki in panic. And when they leave the yard, it's bye-bye baby. Home run number 1 for Aoki. And home run number 1 for Panic. So as we head to the second inning, it's 2-0 Giants. Two nothing Giants as Lincecum throws to Freeze, and there's a fastball high, 1 ball and no strikes. Freeze, Joyce, and Giovitella. There's a strike to Freeze, hitting .226, 4 home runs, 18 driven in.
That's a nice, tight little curveball right there. We didn't see a snap on his curveball in his last start. One time that matched the performance on that last pitch. That's what we saw a lot of last start.
And the 2-1. Tap foul, 2-2. So Lincecum comes back into the strike zone. Pujols a base hit in the first. Other than that, 3 ground balls. Lincecum gets the sign from Posey. Hit on the ground, and it's off the tip of the glove. Crawford recovers, but it's not in time. Check in with Amy G. Amy?
All right, guys, you already mentioned that it was Little League Day here today. What a way to start off your day if you're a baseball player, right? Hosted by our own Dave Fleming. Bam Bam was one of the guests along with Justin Maxwell and Gregor Blanco, and he gave me a few of the questions that he was asked. He was asked, were you one of the best players on your Little League team? And guys, surprisingly, he said his first year, no, he was one of the worst. And then the next year, he was an all-star. Way to bounce back, Bam Bam. He was also asked, who's the best hitter on the Giants TV, looked around to see who was there. Then he said Buster. But I think Aoki or Panic might argue that today, guys.
Yeah, big argument. Here's Matt Joyce. He fouls it back. By the way, that's an error on Casey McGee. And I think if you ask Casey McGee, he would not argue that point. That's his 4th error this year. Oh and 1. And there's a belt high strike. Overshift is on, which you don't always see in a double play situation. It means that certain infielders are going to have to do things that they wouldn't normally do. Like Crawford would have to turn the double play on a ball hit to McGee.
That's got to be weird. If you're the runner, which side do you go on? Try and break up the double play.
The pitch is down low.
I mean, if you're a runner first base and you have a ground ball hit to second with the shortstop covering, you're going to slide on the right field side of second base because that's where the shortstop's going to be.
Yep.
And likewise, if the second baseman's going to cover, you're going to slide on the third base side of second base because that's where the second baseman's going to be. Well, in this alignment, where's Crawford going to be?
Hit on the ground to Crawford, who's going to have to wait. Step on the bag, flip quickly to first. Got him. Nice play, Brandon Crawford. What's new?
Well, and nice defensive alignment, Ron Wotus. What do you say we make it our forward right choice? Why not? I mean, they put Crawford right in line with the high 2 hopper, catches it, step, and a quick rifle of an off-balance throw and a nice dig out of the dirt from Belt, and there's your deuce. And that's our forward right choice. That's an ad-lib.
Here's Giavotella. Crawford had to wait and then time his throw so that he hit the bag just before he released it.
It's an old option quarterback rolling to his right is what that was.
Right. Foothill High School did it many times. Knows all of his stats from his 3 years as quarterback.
It's funny. He asked Brandon Crawford about what he hit. He couldn't tell you, but he could tell you what his football stats are.
Yeah. How'd you do against Monte Vista your senior year? Threw 2 interceptions, 3 touchdown passes, and I ran in for 1.
Yeah, 460 yards.
2 balls, 1 strike. And then when we called it on him, there's Dwight Clark. He went to Matt Chisholm and said, "Can you look this up on the internet because I want to show these guys that I'm telling the truth." Hit on the ground to Crawford. Crawford with the good hands like Dwight Clark, and that'll end the inning. Yeah, that Dwight Clark guy was pretty good too. Yeah. to 2 games, plus a commemorative class of 2015 Giants cap with the SF tassel. Packs start as low as $45. Check it out at sfgiants.com/minipack. 2-0 Giants on 2 solo home runs.
All right, time now for our Geico quote. This one comes from Bruce Bochy, talking about Casey McGee's 3-hit game yesterday. He said he had good at-bats the whole game. It was a matter of time. The guy can hit. It just seems like he's getting more and more comfortable, and we agree with that. That is our Geico quote of the game. Yesterday, Casey McGee's best game as a Giant.
Which is outside.
Well,
very comfortable.
Very happy. That'll be a first Giants game. What do you think?
Yep. Center field, Trout on the move. Trout in front of the wall. Trout makes the catch. Here's our cold hard facts brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light. Last season, Jared Weaver joined Lefty Grove as the second pitcher in American League history to reach 10+ wins and 100+ strikeouts in each of his first 9 seasons. Quite an accomplishment. And here's Gregor Blanco. Blanco hitting .229. And he takes low with Tim Lincecum to follow. So Blanco jumps out in front 2-0.
All right, so you get used to hitting 95 miles an hour, which is the Giants hitters see every day. Most big leaguers do. Now all of a sudden you see a guy who's so far below the average hitting speed. How do you make the adjustments as a hitter?
Nobody does it anymore, but I'd move up in the box. I'd increase his velocity by moving up in the box. But you just don't see guys really do that a lot anymore. And it's not that they're wrong and I'm right. Cued off the end of the bat. See, if he'd have moved up in the box, that'd have been gone.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
He hit it off the end of the bat.
So I think the most dangerous guy in the lineup is the pitcher, because Weaver's throwing his speed. I mean, that's a velocity that Tim Lincecum sees in batting practice every day.
Bum would have liked hitting off the Weaver.
I don't know if you'd ever see a fastball, though. A lot of babies in the stands today.
Off the end of the bat, foul. 1 ball and 1 strike.
A couple of years ago, we were at the town hall meeting before the season and asked Lincecum, who had 2 Cy Young awards, and at that time he had 2 world championships under his belt. So what are you going to do next? He said, I don't know, hit a home run. But it's something he thinks about. He doesn't have a lifetime home run.
Well, 1 for 2. He's still got a shot here. He's 0 for 6 on the season.
A little tardy on that 84.
Well, if you're looking for a changeup, you're going to be tardy. Foul right past Roberto Kelly. Nice play.
All right.
Rich Brown.
Let's go, Rich. That's kind of a first baseman catcher's glove.
It looks like a softball catcher's mitt. Outside, 2-2.
They have the Cy Young Award that Lincecum won in 2009 here. In fact, there are plaques up there just underneath the Coca-Cola bottle in left field.
Up the middle and a base hit. There you go.
Pitcher speed.
So Lincecum didn't take his plaque home. He just hung it up here in the park.
Well, that's not the plaque.
Oh, all right.
But they have Lincecum's Cy Youngs, and they have all the MVPs that were won by Giants. Here, a nice 2-strike at bat, going back up the middle.
Yeah, Weaver's got to be ticked that he didn't catch that.
Yeah, good swing though.
Yep.
And let's watch right under the glove of Weaver. And yes, to answer your question, he is ticked off. Ticked off that he even hit it.
Aoki homered on the first pitch. Here he takes a fastball high, 1-0. '64 is the last time the Giants. Hiller and Duke Snider did it in 1964 at St. Louis. Oh, well, yeah, they picked a knuckleballer to hit it off of.
They did it off of Bob Gibson?
Won the game 2-1. It really ticked Gibson off.
That was it.
Yeah, that was it.
I want to know when the last time a game opened up with 2 home runs and a triple.
Well, we could get our crack staff on that. Yeah, after they hit the 2 home runs, they went into the dugout and said, "One, that's it."
Juan Marichal, the pitcher that day, and indeed he did beat the great Bob Gibson.
There's a couple to tell it goodbyes, huh?
A couple of tell it goodbyes.
This is the swing by Nori Aoki.
Fastball up and in, and pumped it out in the first row. You know, we really shouldn't be that surprised when Nori Aoki hits a home run. I mean, he hit 84 home runs in Japan one year in 2007 with Yakult Swallows. He had 20 home runs. Years of 13, 20, 14, 16, 14. I mean, that's pretty good production with the long ball for a guy hitting the leadoff spot.
Runner goes, hit out to Trout. And this will end the inning. No runs, a hit, 1 left. Weaver, Iannetta, Ibar coming up. Game yesterday, Santiago Casilla got the last out when Matt Joyce's single hit pinch runner Taylor Featherston between first and second to end the game. Unbelievable.
Well, Bruce Bochy was liking it.
So think about that. Casilla got the last out on a hit.
Yep.
Where in the world does that make any sense?
He comes out and gives up 2 hits. Gets it out and he gets the save. The night before, he comes in with the bases loaded, 1 out, gives up a run that ties the score, pitches another inning, and he's the winning pitcher. But he gets a blown save.
Weaver bends back on that breaking ball, 1-2.
So the world of a relief pitcher could be a little strange sometimes.
Well, so you think it never happens. This is the last out in the Dodger game last night with Vince Scully on the microphone.
There goes the runner on a ground ball up the middle. And did it hit the runner? I think it did. Yep. It hits the runner, and the Dodgers win the game. Shades of the Angels. Would you believe that? On the same day, two Los Angeles teams, Angels lose on it, and the Dodgers win on it.
I don't know if anybody could say it any better than that, do you?
It could not be said any better than the great Vince Scully.
The last time the Giants won a game after an opposing base runner was hit by a batted ball for the last out of the game, it happened at Candlestick. And you and I were there. As Iannetta takes low, 3-0. Giants are leading 5-2 entering the top of the ninth. Rod Beck gave up a 2-run home run to Andahar Cedeno. Then he walks James Moten. Kevin Bassett, a ball to the right side, was hit Moten to end the game. I don't remember that.
I don't either.
Steve Scarsoni got credited with the unassisted putout. So when you say stuff like, well, that's probably never happened before in baseball, it probably has. Like last night.
Oh, come on.
Iannetta stepped out. Iannetta's got ownage on Lincecum.
Well, I thought it strange when you saw the lifetime numbers that he's had against Lincecum that he's hitting in the 9th spot. And Weaver, the pitcher, was hitting in the 8th spot.
Out of play. 6 for 15, 2 doubles and a home run. That may have been off of the long-haired Tim Lincecum. Check swing, look out. That's where you have to pay attention, and I think, oh, please, I think that hit a little girl. Yep. It's right where a Little League team is sitting, and you can see everybody on the field notices it. And now Dad's taking his little girl out of the park. Wow. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Out of play, so Lincecum keeps going after him. Hit high to left field. Aoki is going to have to wrestle this one, and he puts it away.
Not an easy play. A lot of sun, a lot of wind. Well, the Miami Marlins are making their only visit to San Francisco next homestand, May 7th through the 10th, and Saturday the 9th is a special 6:05 start. First 40,000 will receive a Hunter Pence fence catch bobblehead courtesy of PG&E, and on Mother's Day the 10th, first 20,000 fans will receive an Infinity World Champion scarf courtesy of Dreyer's Ice Cream. Go to sfgiants.com/tickets.
Here's Ibar, who takes a low. Ibar bounced out to Belt to open up the ball game. 2 balls and no strikes.
The Angels are the team that have the most 1-2-3 innings as an offense in all of baseball. It has been something that really has plagued them, but they've got some guys who are really cold in their lineup, and Ibar is one of them. But the other one, Matt Joyce, the left fielder, I mean, both these guys are swinging the bat well. They're just not getting any hits. But you can see they're starting to come out of the funk just by the at-bats that they've had in this series.
The 2-1 pitch, and that should be a base hit, although Crawford's going to make a great attempt. Ibar's going to beat it out. And that'll bring up Trout.
That's a tip for a lot of you young first basemen out there. If you see that the ball is going to be away from the bag, you got to get out that bag and go get what you think is going to be the best hop to try and field that ball. Concede the base hit, but go up there and make sure that it's not a bad throw that will cost you 90 feet. And Belt, good instincts, leaving the bag, knew he had no play, and then the priority was simply keep the ball in front of you so that Ibar couldn't take second.
Here's Trout, who bounced out to third. And a strike, and it's 0-1. Teams have been known to try to run against Lincecum. Ibar does not have a steal, but he can steal a base, that's for sure. Center field, Pagan drifts back, and he'll put it away, and that'll end the inning. Penick, Pagan, Posey coming up.
Sportsnet Bay Area is brought to you by Bay Area Mini.
Well, if you're looking for the best coverage of San Francisco Giants baseball, log on to csnbayarea.com as insider Alex Pavlovich will provide wire-to-wire reporting of this Giants 2015 season. Go to csnbayarea.com. Here's
Panic, and Panic, who homered in the first inning, takes a strike. Happy birthday, by the way, to Brooke Montague, the daughter of Eddie Montague, one of our favorite all-time umpires. So Eddie stopped by, said, "Could you?" Again, another person that rather than buy a relative a card, they want us to do the work for them.
That's Eddie.
Cheapskate.
Yeah. He's got 4 cents in the first nickel he ever earned.
Said he had to pay for a wedding. Very high, 1 and 2. But anyway, Brooke, happy birthday from that guy right there.
And I mean it.
And I've known that guy a long time, and I got some dirt on him that you can't even imagine.
It's true.
And into center field, and that's going to fall. First home run in the first inning. This is what it looked like.
Just a high hanging breaking ball right at the belt. Just give you an idea of the importance of backspin, and I don't think Jared Weaver could believe it. And it lit this crowd up. Back-to-back homers. That's how this game started out.
And then Pagan missed a third in a row by maybe 10 feet. I mean, maybe even less than that.
Yeah, had to settle for a triple.
And if you remember a couple of years ago, the inside the park home run that won the game against the Rockies, It was all in that same area, except this time the ball did not get by the center fielder. Pagan takes a low. 2 balls and no strikes. I couldn't be happier. Yep.
Wave.
Is that popcorn?
Yeah. Hungry.
He's trying to pick out the big ones. I did the same thing last night on the couch.
Yeah, that's how you do it. Nobody has to tell you about how to eat popcorn.
I'm not quite sure Doug Eddings called that on the swing. Or...
It was kind of a late call. I don't think it was that far off the strike zone.
So better to tell Pagan it was on the pitch than on the swing. So it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Panic gets back easily. Buster Posey to follow. Nope. 3-1. Weaver wanted it.
Yeah, tried to sneak a little backdoor breaking ball in that outside corner. And yes, he did want it. There you see, Aoki home run, Panic home run, Pagan triple, and that's how this game opened up. It lit up this crowd. But now they're trying to add on.
Runner goes, hit on the ground to Pujols. So Panic will move down to second. And here's Buster.
Big slow curveball from Weaver in the 3-1 count. Just an illustration of it just is never going to give into you to a fastball you think you're going to get. If he throws a fastball, it'll usually be off the plate where you can smell it, gauge the movement, establish the speed, and then he just pitches off of what you see.
Here's Buster Posey. Swing and a miss on a 67-mile-an-hour breaking ball. Comes back with a high, hard one. 1 ball and 1 strike. Low to Buster Posey with Belt on deck. 2-0 Giants here in the bottom of the 3rd. Final game of this series. Giants will say farewell to the Angels today and welcome in the Padres tomorrow. Padres and Rockies are underway in San Diego, and the Padres lead that one 2-1 in the 2nd. 2-1 pitch. Here it is to Posey. Curveball, and I think Buster was sitting on that one. It's 2-2.
Big slow curveball again. I mean, I don't know if there's another at bat that you'll take this year quite like the one you take against Weaver, because he's got so much off speed stuff.
Up the middle and a base hit. And they're going to hold Panic. Unfortunately for Joe Panic, that ball hits. If you're the runner and it's hit to the left of you, then you got to go. And he did not.
No, I mean, some confusion as to where the shortstop was. I mean, I don't think he looked at as to how far in the hole Ibar was. He should know that this ball was going to be in the center field. But even at that, I think it was a very conservative call from Roberto Kelly, the Giants' third base coach.
Well, with 1 out, you might as well play it that way. Here's Belt. Belt, double play ball. Knocked down by Giavotella. They get 1. Coming in to score is Panic. And Belt gets the RBI. So here's Crawford.
Hard smash. He did well to knock it down to the backhand. And once it trickled away from Giamatelli, he had to settle for just the one. He comes up with that ball cleanly. It's an easy double play.
It's a double play. You're right. So here's Crawford, who struck out in the first. Oh, and 1.
Just a steady diet of changeups to Crawford. He has not been able to make the adjustment. Not picking up the changeup from Weaver at all.
Up high, 1 ball and 1 strike. Two and 1.
You know, and Weaver, if he knows you're not able to time that pitch, he'll just keep pumping them at you. A lot of guys won't throw a couple of changeups in a row. Weaver, not to get, he'll throw 5 in a row at you if he thinks he has you.
If Levon Hernandez had like a dead arm and he was throwing 83, 84, 85, then this is what it would look like.
Slow, slower, and slowest.
Belt goes, and it's ball 4.
All right, time now for our Togos big play the Togos way. And yesterday, Randy Crawford hit his 5th home run of the year. And he hit it off of Hector Santiago. And what is unusual about that is that's the first home run in a year that Santiago had given up to a left-hander.
Here's McGee, an RBI opportunity for McGee. Low, 1-0. Blanco is on deck. McGee hit a ball to the wall that Trout caught in the second. Swing. And a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, fastball count. We get a 66-mile-an-hour balloon curveball. Looks like we're going to get a little activity down in the Angels bullpen.
Pitch number 60.
Cesar Ramos, the lefty, heading down for the Angels.
1 and 2.
I mean, that's not that far away from a slow pitch softball game. That's how big and slow that curveball looks in the eye of the game. When you make a living trying to hit 95-mile-an-hour fastballs, and all of a sudden you see 68 with a balloon drop on a curveball. Good luck.
And he got it again, and he pops it up right behind the mound. And Ibar puts it away. A run on 2 hits. 4th inning coming up. 3-0. Gigante. MVPs in baseball history. Vita Blue, 1971. Johnny Bench, Stan Musial, Cal Ripken Jr., and Mike Trout. How about that? I know that Vita Blue guy.
Yeah, I remember that 1971 year. He just opened up the eyes of the entire baseball world with how hard he threw. And you can say the same thing for Mike Trout. I mean, he was just that special, like Vita was back in '71.
I faced Vita in 1975. And it looked like a major league pitcher facing a little league hitter. I was like, come on.
Oh, he threw hard.
High to Pujols, 1-2.
You ever seen Vita throw a football?
I can imagine.
He flip it 70 yards. Not even second effort. Just whoop, whoop, gone.
Pujols shoots one right where Panic is playing. And Pujols is retired. Lincecum, I'm sure when he ducked and that went over his head, he thought this was a base hit.
Well, why wouldn't you? And all of a sudden you're thinking, all right. Well, in April, wherever the Giants put their defense, it seemed that the opponents were hitting away from them. And then here we are in May, and every time you set a defensive alignment that's a bit strange, boom, teams are hitting into it.
Yeah, you talk about dodgeball a lot. Lincecum would be pretty good.
Yeah.
Here's Calhoun, who bounced out to Panic.
Huh?
At the Buster Posey Bank giveaway by Toyota today. I want to get that.
I want to get that. I want to get that. I want to get that.
When we were kids, there were no giveaways. You had to buy it.
This guy is definitely feeling it. He's got Hunter Pitch represented. He's got Posey Bank. He's got a super cape.
Crawford is waiting for this to flatten out. And that'll bring up freeze. I remember going to County Stadium. You know, you're 6, you're 7, you're 8 years old, and you get to the concession stand, and you wanted everything. Everything. And then try to get money from the old man to get something.
None chance.
There's no chance.
None chance. Sack of peanuts, that's what you got.
Oh my goodness.
But I had no problem with the peanuts.
Remember they had a Milwaukee Braves bobblehead. It was like $2. $2.
No chance?
No chance. Look at it.
Remember the little bats?
Oh, absolutely.
That's what I want. But my dad, who was a cop, he said no. Because he saw that not as a small bat, but something that I'd use on my sister, who was 5 years older than me. Which I wouldn't, but he assumed that I would.
Got him, and that'll end the inning. Second strikeout for David Freese. This little guy, so happy.
Annual Metallica Day. It's become one of the most popular days to get tickets to the park. If you missed it, we got you covered. The whole thing, all the highlights, Metallica on the field, and then of course Hetfield and Hammett rocking the anthem on their electric guitars. Mr. Lars throwing out the first pitch, Trujillo with the play ball call, and then Hammett again playing Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Gentlemen, the guitars that Hetfield and Hammett played the anthem on went up for auction, and proceeds helped the Giants Community Fund. Nicely done, Metallica, guys.
Way to go. And I know who wanted to get that guitar. He's sitting next to me.
Well, who would? Those guys, legends.
Blanco lifts one to left. Moving back is Joy. Still moving back. And in front of the wall, he makes the catch. Little carry today.
Lots of carry. Unusual carry. Mariah carry.
And here's Lincecum. Lincecum singled in the second. There's the strike. He missed it. A strike with the first one, but not the second one.
Doug Eddings having a conversation with some dugout.
Hit up the middle, and another base hit. And Lincecum is 2 for 2.
Pitcher speed. Was walking over saying, man, you can hit. Oh yeah, you throw me an 83-mile-an-hour fastball, that's my wheelhouse. Giottello had a little lean towards first base. Dude, you can hit.
Here's Aoki's 1 for 2. And a strike. Aoki hit a home run to open up the bottom of the first.
I don't know how comfortable you'd be if you were first baseman and you have a pitcher up there floating 68-mile-an-hour curveballs up to a lot of left-handed hitters. Those are balls that get pulled hard.
Hit on the ground. Giovatello to Ibar to Pujols. And that's how you turn it, folks. 4-6-3. Through 4 innings here at AT Park. It's 3-0 Giants. Happened yesterday. Tim Hudson, he was a starter. He went 8 innings plus, 2 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. He threw 96 pitches. First win of the season. He was fabulous. Yes, indeed he was. Here's Joyce, who swings and misses.
Split. Joyce way out front.
On deck is Giavotella and then Weaver. Down low. Fifth inning, a 3-0 lead for the Giants. Overshift is on, and that pitch is high, 2-1.
How about the Houston Astros today? They won their 10th in a row.
This is going to be up to Casey McGee, and it's just foul.
You play a normal alignment right there, and the shortstop's going to catch that ball, but where Crawford was, no chance. But for McGee,
yeah, I remember I said this little girl got hit. It was one of our little leaguers. Yeah, it's not a little girl.
The boy, Aiden is his name, so he's doing fine. He's back. So welcome back, Aiden. Glad you're feeling good.
Gotta be heads up in those seats. 2-2 to Joyce. Got him.
Finished him off. Like another split finger fastball. Strikeout number 3 for Lincecum. All his strikeouts on swing and miss strike threes.
So here's Giavotella. He bounced out to Crawford in the second. Weaver is on deck. Here's activity in the bullpen. Tap foul. This guy here, Giavotella, he takes a rip.
Yeah, he's not a tall guy.
He's not.
He wheels it.
He has the same build as like an Aaron Hill. But he lets it fly.
He's 5'8".
Hit well to right. Blanco over. It's foul.
Over a little wind kind of pushed that thing foul in the corner.
So Giavotella comes back, gets his bat. It's 0-2. A 1-2.
It almost looked like Giavotella was taking a step back in the Angels dugout.
Yeah, it did.
Turning himself in. All right, did he go? No. Close. Let's put it this way. We've seen that call to strike out.
Yeah. Two and two. Out of play again. It's a pretty good battle going on right here. This little guy couldn't be happier.
Oh, he's got his popcorn. He's got a good seat. On a windy day here at AT&T.
It's about how windy it was when we did a game out there last year. And it was at night.
You mean the coldest night of the year?
Yeah. Right at McGee, 2 outs. Enough to tick you off if you're Giavotella. So here's Weaver. Weaver struck out in the third. And the strike on the outside corner. Blanco moving over towards the seats, and he will reach in and make the catch. Nice play, Gregor Blanco. Gregor Blanco in the Webbies. Giants are coming up.
Is brought to you by Big O Tires. Tires, service, straight talk. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
Well, for all you collectors out there, check out the online auction that includes the Reigning Champions Game Used Opening Day memorabilia. Bid on game used jerseys, logoed bases, player locker tags, keyboards that hung on the wall, and much, much more. For more information, go to sfgiants.com/OD auction. Get your bid in today as the auction ends at 8 p.m. tonight. Again, that's sfgiants.com/OD auction.
So here's Panic. Panic foul just off the top of the backstop, and it's 0-1.
That little guy that got hit came back, was handed a game bat by Mike Trout. It was off of the bat of Trout that hit that little guy. They got a bag of goodies, and all of a sudden the day that was tough has become quite special for
Mike Trout, a 7-tool player.
Yeah, 7-tool guy.
Does interviews with Marty Leary and hands out gifts to fans. That's 6 and 7.
He's the real deal.
Wow.
And look at this little guy in the front. Wow. Oh, that's great.
Why did I get hit with a ball?
That's exactly what he's thinking.
Oh, I took a bruise for that.
Oh, that's going to get passed around.
One ball and 2 strikes. Got him. Second strikeout. So Panic, who is 2 for 2, now 2 for 3.
Now, you heard of 4-seam fastballs and 2-seam fastballs. Well, Jeff Weaver or Jared Weaver, one of the few guys I've ever heard throws a no-seam fastball, and he'll do that to bring a lot of movement back in the inside corner like he just struck out Panic with. That's a no-seam fastball. Holds it right in the, you put your fingers right in the middle of the horseshoe of the baseball. And you can see that movement coming back in that inside location.
1-1 to Pagan. Pagan's 1 for 3. Fouled out of play to make it 1-2.
It's great. The one thing players do around all of the world of baseball, whether it be in high school all the way up to the big leagues, is they play catch before the game. And pitchers play catch with other pitchers, and they'll still experiment with grips to see what the movement on the baseball is.
Bounce to Pujols, to Weaver covering.
The thing about guys up here is if they get a new movement, and if it feels good, I mean, they have the ability to take that new movement and command it and use it in a ball game. Apply new movement to a swing type that they'll face. And guys like Jared Weaver, I mean, he's fearless. I mean, he'll go up there, he'll take a movement that he learned the day before a start right into a ball game.
There's Buster, who's 1 for 2. And he takes down low.
But the thing about a no-seam fastball is you're not going to get great velocity on it. You're not pulling off of a seam, which gives you more velocity. Get more behind the pitch.
Buster's seen 3 or 4 of those. Tap foul, so it's 1-2. This called chasing one down.
All right, Rich Brown, let's see what you got. I got this one. This is all mine. Wickets.
He overstumbled it.
That's true. That's your classic overstumble.
Low to Posey. Rich, they're doing a fine job down there. 2-2 pitch. 3-2.
Just make sure you protect yourself. I'm a little worried about Rich after that last effort.
Posey waited nicely, and he strokes one into left field. He finally got one of those curveballs a little bit up. And that's his second hit from his belt.
Kind of loses his lower body, but the hands stay back. Little breaking ball out off the plate away, but up. And you can see the reach there. And Posey getting that foot down and still has enough to extend out and beach on a pitch only because the pitch was up.
Here's Belt. Belt hits a high fly ball deep right center field. Calhoun is back, and it's a ground rule double. Belt doesn't even get an RBI out of it. But he gets the base hit.
He's thinking, what do I have to do to get a home run out of here? Again, they try to go inside, and he was looking for it. Stays down beautifully through it. And I know off the crack of that bat, he's thinking, I got a 4-banger right here. And here's insult to injury. Hits on the warning track, up in the stands, and you don't even get an RBI.
So here's Crawford. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
More soft stuff. Change ups, balloon curveballs. Crawford is really having a hard time staying back on that back leg. I mean, when you lose so much velocity as Weaver has, there is that point where it becomes a big concern. When guys can start looking for off-speed stuff and still hit your fastball, that's when you're in trouble.
Driven to right, and Calhoun can't get it. Posey scores. Belt scores. Crawford in the second with a double, and it's 5-0. Another breaking ball.
Just off speed, off speed, off speed. And sooner or later, Crawford's going to time one. And even with that, he was a bit out on his front leg, but the hands stay back. And nice bend in both knees to go down and get this pitch. And there's your reward, a 2-strike, 2-out, 2 RBI double.
So here's McGee. And McGee bounces this one to Ibar, and that'll end the inning. So the Giants pick up 2 on 3 hits. We'll head to the 6th. 5-0 Giants. Nothing Giants here in the 6th inning. As here's Chris Iannetta waiting on Lincecum, and on the first pitch he pops it up. Posey coming back, but this one's going to be right off the top of the pipe.
I've never seen that.
That's a perfect shot. Iannetta hit a fly ball to left in the 3rd. Ibar on deck, the top of the order. Arizona in LA, that game at Dodger Stadium, they're in the 5th, no score. Line drive, base hit for Iannetta. And that's only the 3rd hit of the game.
Well, speaking of the Dodgers are coming to town. That's right. Next May 19th through the 21st, and the 19th and 20th are both 7:15 starts. The final game of the series, the 21st, is a 12:45 start. Day baseball in the city with of the Dodgers. Go to sfgiants.com/tickets.
Here's Ibar. Takes a low. Ibar had an infield hit in the third. Bounced out in the first. And a strike to even the count.
I think Lincecum's done a nice job today is with the fastball when he's been behind the count. He's been able to spot that outside corner. He's thrown a lot of strikes with it. Much better fastball command in this start than his previous one in Los Angeles. Except for that pitch.
2 balls and 1 strike with Trout on deck. Three and 1. So you got to be careful now. You got the beef coming up.
Oh, you're right. I mean, he's a walk away from bullpen activity. That's why with a 5-0 lead, this should be a challenge right here.
So a hit and a walk, and here comes Trout.
That's the first walk from Lincecum today. And right on cue, Mark Gardner about to head down to the bullpen.
Trout is bounced out and hit a deep fly ball to center field.
George Cantos, the chosen one to go down and start getting heated.
And a strike on the inside corner to Trout.
One thing about this Angel offense is, you know, they have some explosive hitters in the heart of their lineup that can put runs on the board quickly. And probably the best of all of them is in the box right now, and that includes the guy on deck.
Ooh, pretty good pitch. So Lopez joins Cantos.
Trout has hit into 1 double play this year, and I can't believe that it would be on a ground ball. Probably a line drive or somebody stepped on a bag, because he is just too fast down the line.
1 and 2. Pujols on deck. Hit into the gap, but Pagan got a good jump, and he'll make the catch. Rattled around a little bit, but he put it away.
Snow corner. Nice 2-strike at bat from Trout. You see, he's every bit of the glove and more. He tried to spit out.
So here's Pujols. Pujols looks at a breaking ball for a strike.
Angels as a group, they don't hit into a lot of double plays. Pujols has only hit into 1.
Fastball high.
Pitch count really not a concern of Bruce Bochy right now. 82 throws on the day for Lincecum. There you see the pitches. Just one time he's gone over 15, and that was in the 3rd inning. However, he's likely to do that here with sitting on 14 with 1 out.
One and two. Curveball hit out on the ground up the middle. Panic on the backhand. He's going to go to first, and he got him. It's an old shortstop for you.
You're right. Joe Panic drafted as a shortstop, and he showed a pretty strong arm on this play. Unusual that you get the ball this far past second base as a second baseman into shortstop territory, but here you reach back and show the gun you've got.
It's a good arm.
It is a good arm. Now, Pujols has had some hamstrings problems, and he's not the fastest runner anyway. But still, that's a nice play for Panic.
So here's Calhoun. Calhoun has bounced out twice. Swing and a miss.
Calhoun, 5'10", 200 pounds. Short arms. Quick little end.
That's going to be out of play. Crawford giving chase.
I mean, if you're looking for the prototypical baseball body, I mean, you're looking at it right there with Calhoun.
Baseball body.
Baseball body.
You want an athletic body, just look over at Justin Maxwell.
Yeah. Maxwell, 6'4", 215. Symmetrical. But baseball, they kind of favor the short arm guys with the stocky builds. Less strike zone to cover. Quick bats.
Tell you what, it's working for Jose Altuve.
And he's what, 5'7"?
My goodness, is he lighting it up again.
Altuve led the American League last year in hitting. And the way he's off to a start, I would bet against him doing it again.
Had like 230 hits. 1 and 2. Pagan. Side retired. Blanco, Lincecum, Aoki coming up. 5-0 Giants.
Community. Today we focus on Javier Lopez. He joined forces with Metallica's Robert Trujillo in the Tenderloin of San Francisco. They help serve meals for Glide Memorial and St. Anthony's. These charities serve about 2,000 to 3,000 meals a day, guys, to San Francisco residents who are homeless. And about the experience, Javier Lopez says what these charities do for the community is simply amazing. He was proud to be a part of it. Way to go, Giant in the community. Javier Lopez, guys.
Javi Lopez, good man. 5-0 Giants. It was time for a change. Think Speedy. Oil change and auto service. Your oil change, tune-up, and repair experts.
Cesar Ramos, the new pitcher for the Angels. 11th time he's come in. Off to a good start. 1-0 with a 1.35 ERA. 4-pitch guy. You'll see a low 90s fastball, high 80s fastball, depending on the grip, with a curveball, slider, changeup.
Blanco off the end of the bat rolls this one to Giovitello. Here's Lincecum. Lincecum's 2 for 2. Aoki to follow.
If Lincecum were to get a hit today, that would not be his first 3-hit game in his career. He had one against the Dodgers. And I believe it was his first start in Los Angeles. It was early in the year, that much I remember.
I think you're right. Still no score between the Dodgers and the D-backs. That game in the 6th inning.
I mean, don't you wish that was their hair?
Do they wish or do we wish?
Well, kind of both. It's good attitude hair is what it is.
Absolutely. Tim Lincecum.
You put those hats on it.
Called Heritude.
It'll make you happy just putting that thing on.
Two and 2 to Lincecum. Nope, 3 and 2.
Like Ramos had a little bit of an aim going there with that 2-2 fastball. Just trying to lay it in there, and sometimes you just can't throw a strike.
Out of play.
Here's our winner. Looks like she took the heat and he gets the souvenir. It looks like it was going to find a good home.
And a walk.
Sometimes you just can't throw a strike.
Here's Noria Aoki. Aoki homered in the first, fly ball in the second, double play in the fourth. Look out. How did that not hit him? It did hit him. He got it.
So now Ramos, the pitcher for the Angels, just have some problems with command. 2-seam fastball, and it goes right in. It just clips the elbow piece. That is the protective piece on the arm of Noria Aoki.
What about Aoki dodgeball? Pretty good?
Yeah.
He might be the captain.
Aoki's 5'9", quick. Yeah, I'd vote for him. Well, it's the SS Smoothie coming into the cove.
Looks like it's abandoned. What are you talking about?
It's a phantom ship.
Here's Panic. Panic takes low. The Panic today 2 for 3. One and 0. Panic skies one to right. Calhoun coming in. And he dropped it. He might be able to get a force play at second, and he does.
We talked about how windy it is. And balls, the higher they are, the more difficult they play. And for all you little leaguers out there, it happens to big leaguers. Calhoun coming in, trying to get position to throw a good throw to third base, and he takes his eye off the ball for one instant, and there it is, a dropped ball. But to Calhoun's credit, he stayed with the play and managed to get the force at second.
So here's Pagan, who's going to hit right-handed with runners at the corners. And a breaking ball blocked by Iannetta.
Been kind of a weird road trip for the Angels. They spent an entire week here in the Bay Area. Same hotel room. Had an off day Monday the 27th of April. Then they had 3 against Oakland. And they just moved on over to the Giants here.
When did we do that? 2 years ago in New York?
We did it 2 years ago in September in New York with an off day. It's been a week.
On the ground, diving, and the throw, and they got him. Nice play by Giovanetto to end the inning. Rob Pagan of a base hit. 5-0 as we head to the 7th. With live Warriors postgame coverage is airing right now on Comcast Sportsnet Plus, which can be found on Comcast channels 104, 780, DirecTV 696-1, and AT&T channel 771. Now, if you can't find Comcast Sportsnet Plus, log on to csnbayarea.com or call your local cable operator and ask for Ted.
Ask for Ted, the big fella.
Here's David Freese. On the ground to Crawford. Crawford to Bell. for those of you who have TiVo'd or DVR'd the Warriors game, I'm just going to tell you right now, turn your volume off. 3, 2, 1. Congratulations to the Warriors.
Congratulations indeed.
As they beat Memphis.
What a great story that has been for Bay Area fans this year.
Here's Joyce, who takes a strike.
That's it. We can't talk about it anymore. Volume's back on.
Wow. What a game. No balls in 1 strike. Swing and a miss. Nothing in 2.
Split has just been really a nice off-speed pitch for him today. A lot of swing throughs with it.
So 0-2 to Matt Joyce. Joyce is 0 for 2. Giavotella on deck. It's in the dirt. Buster Posey does his best to block it.
Can't talk enough about what has happened here today with Buster Posey and Tim Lincecum together. It's been a while since Posey has caught Lincecum, but I mean they really have hooked up beautifully today.
Got him with a high fastball. 4 strikeouts for Lincecum.
All by swinging near strike 3s.
It's not like they don't have any history of working well together.
That was the last inning at the end when Buster Posey was there. Lincecum walked into the dugout to greet him. And people have made a big deal about why Buster doesn't catch him or why Timmy doesn't have him catch him. Neither one of the guys have a problem working with one another. And it has showed today.
Line to right. Blanco puts it away. Bottom of the 7th coming up. Buster will lead it off.
Sportsnet Bay Area is brought to you by Heffernan Insurance Brokers. Insurance and financial services for you and your business. Visit hefins.com and by Xfinity, home of the most live sports.
Well, follow the Giants all season in 2015 with MLB.com at Bat, the #1 app for live baseball. At Bat is up to the moment with in-game highlights, live look-ins, replay reviews, radio broadcast, StatCast, and much, much more. Why, these 3 ladies here, they have MLB.com at Bat. You need to get it. We recommend it. And you can get it for your smartphone or your tablet.
When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service. Your oil change tune-up and repair experts.
The pitcher now for the Angels will be Jose Alvarez. 10th time that he has come in. Has not pitched on this road trip. It's been a while since he's been out there. He is tied for the Major League Baseball lead as he has hit 4 batters this year. But he's hit 4 guys in 11 innings. Got good stuff. 10 strikeouts against 3 walks in those 11 innings. You're going to see a low 90s fastball with a curveball, slider, changeup. Right now it's time for our Solar Company Electrifying Play of the Week. And Friday we go back to Joe Panik, who had a walk-off single. And the Giants were able to take game 1 because of that effort. And we made that our Solar Company Electrifying Play of the Week.
So Buster Posey is going to lead things off.
Taylor Featherston has come into second base.
Steinberg's are good.
Steinberg's last year, they went to every game on the road. Did not miss a road trip game the entire year.
Hated it so much, now they're going to go to every home game this year. That's not true. They had a blast. I'm looking for the Steinberg coffee table book from the road trips that they took last year. Posey takes low.
Well, I get it.
How'd they do, by the way, last year? They had a pretty good year, didn't they?
Yeah, they wound up watching the World Champions.
I wonder if that went through postseason, too. I'll bet it did.
It did. They were everywhere.
Posey gets jammed, and it's right at Pujols. 1 out, and here's Belt.
Well, you know, come to think of it, I don't know if they went to every postseason one, but they were there a lot.
I mean, I would be shocked if they weren't. Let's put it that way.
We just got through, seeing them every day on the road. It was just, they were just like part of the traveling entourage.
Belt goes the other way, but it's right at Joyce. And Joyce on the warning track makes the catch. And with 2 outs, here's Crawford. Crawford had a big hit in this game. It went from 3-0 to 5-0 after he doubled in 2 runs in the 5th.
Are you hungry?
I wasn't watching. What is it?
They look good.
Is it a sandwich?
Yeah.
If it takes 2 hands, I'm in.
Well, he had the 2-hand technique going.
Swing and a miss.
Good breaking ball there. And he's sharing. It's going, Dad. Yeah.
That's part of the pledge you take when you have kids. You better share.
Share the crumbs and then take a Mongo bite.
However, it didn't always work back the other way. Hey, can I have one of your fries?
No, no chance.
Stop it. I paid for it.
It did not register.
Outside to Crawford, 2-2.
Now, your wife Michelle had an interesting theory about eating food off of your kid's plate.
What's the no-calorie theory?
Yeah, it's not fattening. I always thought that was a good philosophy.
Oh, what?
Hey, she wants more. That's the I want more look.
Absolutely. Crawford out swinging, and that'll end the inning. Nice inning for Alvarez. And more she got. Lincecum coming out. 5-0 Giants. dealer. It was Lincecum and Weaver. Weaver left after allowing 5 earned runs. Lincecum is not allowed a run in 7 innings. Oakland and Panic open up the bottom of the first with home runs, and the Giants at least thinking about a sweep.
Last time it happened for the Giants against the Angels was 2001.
Featherston is the hitter, and he takes a strike. Hitting in the 8th spot, which today was the pitcher spot. Bounces this one slowly. McGee's going to have to make the play, and he does by a step. There's some guys in that Angel lineup that could put some heat on you, and they're all right-handed hitters.
I know. I'm looking at the stolen base number. They just don't have a lot of stolen bags. You would think that they're a slow team, but when you watch them, they got some guys that can pick it up and put it down. Featherston, and he gets down that line quickly, and that's from the right side. McGee knew he had to hurry, and boy, he just does get him by a quarter step.
So here's Iannetta. Iannetta singled against Lincecum in the 6th inning. He has 1 of the 3 hits. And that last pitch was number 100.
There's activity in the Giants' pen. Gene Machi getting heated up.
And that hit the bat of Iannetta.
Hitters love that. Sitting on a 2-0 count, checking a swing and losing a strike.
There's Machi.
.43 is what the guys in the truck had. Featherston going down the first base line. It's good speed from the right side.
2-2. Well, what 4-3 does is it really makes the infielder get a little nervous, to be honest with you. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And a full count with Eric Ibar on deck.
A lot of football guys out there going 4-3 on 90 feet, 30 yards. That's not that good. We get 3 guys going down 40. Well, the hitter's got to swing and unwind and then get going. It takes a little time.
Hit out to left field, a little bit behind it. It's going to be Pagan who makes the gliding catch.
I mean, there's nothing routine that has been up in the air today. So much wind, it has affected every fly ball that pop up. And off the crack of the bat, I mean, I was thinking this might have a chance. And then Pagan coming over to his right, and at the end, it had a little extra personality. Watch him reach back to the high backhander. Groundouts, 8 flyouts, 4 strikeouts.
Pagan again moving back. And another 1-2-3 inning for Lincecum. He's retired 9 straight. And you know, fans love this kid. They have from the day that he put on a Giants uniform, and they're showing it again today here on this Sunday afternoon. 5-0 Giants.
Wasn't what Giants fans wanted. There's a lot of good memories from the 2002 World Series against the Giants, between the Giants and the Angels, and 3 of your current Giants players all had the same memory that they shared with me. Brandon Crawford, Justin Maxwell, Casey McGee, all remembered from Game 2 Bonds taking Percival deep. Casey said specifically he remembers the shot going to the Angels bench and Tim Salmon saying, "That is the farthest ball I've ever seen hit." Gentlemen?
It was a monster as McGee takes a strike. There's a few of them hit by Bonds in that series. I also remember that series is as this is skied out into center field for Trout. It was a series that Rob Nen gave up his career basically to try to get a World Series.
Yeah. Pitcher with a blowing shoulder, and he pushed through it, whipped it up, and it was never the same. This is that home run. And there was absolute power on power. Percival threw hard, and Bonds squared this up, and that's Tim Salmon going, "That's the farthest ball I've ever seen hit."
There's Blanco. Blanco gets jammed and he rolls it foul. So far, Alvarez doesn't look like it's an easy at bat for left-handed hitters.
And he's not afraid to pitch inside, as you mentioned. I mean, he's hit 4 guys in 12 innings. That's a lot. When you're leading the league in hit batsmen and you're a reliever, it's saying something. He's not a guy who has a reputation for wildness either.
And this is a one-hopper to Giavotella, and that is Featherston, I beg your pardon. Stay tuned immediately after Giants baseball for Esurance Giants postgame live. Highlights, reaction, analysis. It's all coming up right after the game.
Of all the things that we miss about Barry Bonds, I mean, watching BP, we never missed his batting practice. He would stop whatever you were doing, and you would watch every swing that he would take as Joaquin Arias steps in to take his at bat. Which means that Tim Lincecum's day is done.
Nice outing for Tim Lincecum.
Oh, he was fantastic. He put on a show for these people today.
Well, look out.
And wherever we went, whatever ballpark we were at, interleague play, whatever, he'd hit balls to places in stadiums that had never been hit there.
Yeah, it's almost as if he would walk onto the field, talk to somebody from that ballpark and say, where haven't been any balls hit? And then he would try to hit them.
And he could. Like the purple line in right field in Denver, which we thought was impossible. And all the splash hits that he hit. I mean, he just made it look easy.
Arias out swinging to end the inning. So through 8, it remains 5-0 Giants with Gene Machi coming in.
area is brought to you by Lenardi's Markets. For a location near you, visit Lenardi's.com or find us on Facebook. Lenardi's, quite simply the best.
Here in the ninth, it's 5-0 Giants. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change tune-up and repair experts.
The pitcher now for the Giants will be G. Machi. 13th time he's come in. 1-0 with a 2.19 ERA.
And he's facing Mike Trout, who's 0 for 3. Trout's last at bat was a line drive right at Angel Pagan. Foul back.
Comparing both starters today, and it was a big start for both guys, and teams had not played great baseball with him on the mound today. Weaver with 5 innings, Lincecum with 8, just 3 hits allowed for Lincecum, who was spectacular. 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, 106 pitches. And in the head-to-head matchup with Weaver, it was Lincecum who outdueled him.
It's going to be a souvenir down the right field line off the bricks.
Yeah, Lincecum really has to feel very, very happy with what he did today on the mound. Breaking balls were quicker, with nice command. He utilized a lot of good fastballs, locating them in fastball counts, behind the count. And that's so essential for any pitcher. But when Lincecum's doing that, he's going to have a good day.
Trout out swinging.
So a forkball from Machi. And he gets the strikeout. Well, today we're going to make our player of the game, which is brought to you by Honda. And we're going to let Tim Lincecum be that guy today. And why? Because of the 8 shutout innings? No. It's because he got 2 hits in this game as well. And the combined effort with the bat, with the glove, and with the arm, we're going to make Lincecum our player of the game, brought to you by Honda.
Good call.
And Buster Posey looked up beautifully today.
Good call. And a strike to Albert Pujols. Pujols today is 1 for 3. Pretty good pitch, but maybe low.
Try to wrap our little 2-seam around the outside corner. Just missed.
You see Cole Calhoun on deck. Here's the 1-1. Got foul.
Angels have to be excited that Pujols was able to get back in the lineup when we first heard that he had a hamstring problem that he suffered in the series in Oakland, and he wasn't supposed to play this whole weekend, but appeared in last night's game, here again today. Angels go, they don't have a day off tomorrow. They go home and start up a 3-game series with Seattle tomorrow. Get off the road.
Low, 2-2. Yeah, they get kind of a night off as far as the opposing pitcher.
Yeah, who they get?
Felix Hernandez.
King Felix? It's the big leagues, man. Nobody said it's going to be easy.
Pujols out swinging. 2 down. And here's Calhoun.
Chi is one of those guys that if you don't know him and you don't know his forkball and you see him for the first time, you're at a disadvantage. And he's got a good one going today. He gets Trout, and now he gets Pujols.
Calhoun 0 for 3. And a bit wide. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Dodgers and D-backs still 0-0. That game in the 8th inning.
Pitch and duel going on.
Outside. 3-0. Padres Rockies 6-5 in the 6th. That game in San Diego. Padres, as Mike said, will be here tomorrow night. And a full pitch walk.
That will not make Gene Machi happy. 2 outs, walking guys with 5-0 lead. So he'll take up, take a little walk off the mound, have a word with himself.
Here's Freeze. Runner goes, and the pitch is inside to Freeze, and it's 1-0. Freeze 0 for 3. The Angels with only 3 hits in the game. Down low, 2-0, and now Bruce Bochy starts to get maybe a little nervous.
Well, when Cole Calhoun took second base, that's the first time that an Angels base runner has been on second today. That's how dominant Tim Lincecum was. Well, that's not true. I beg your pardon, it was one other time.
Yeah, 6th inning.
6th inning was a single and a walk. And 7 balls in a row. When you strike the first 2 guys out, then you throw 7 balls in a row. It's not something that Bruce Bochy or Dave Righetti expected, I'm sure. Machi usually pretty consistent to the strike zone.
Three and 1. Crawford gets a big hop, and that's the ball game. So the Giants in this 3-game series sweep the Angels, and they open up this homestand in a very, very good way. And today it was all about Tim Lincecum.
It really was. And you talk about what he did that was different than his last outing in Los Angeles. Well, everything was quicker. He had much better snap on the breaking ball, the slider, and the split, but it was the command of the fastball that I thought was the most impressive because it set up all the specialty pitches. You know, he was throwing that fastball in 1-0 or 2-0 counts, and there weren't that many of them, but he was able to hit the outside corner with it with consistency. And I believe that he's pretty excited about the mechanics that he brought into today's ball game and was able to maintain.
Well, the Giants with the win today are now 1 game under 500, as they are now 12-13. If you think about how they started out and how the month of April went, the Giants have to be pretty pleased at where they're at. Well, the other part of this ball game too, Mike, is you don't know what you're going to get out of Jared Weaver. I mean, look, he doesn't throw very hard, but he can still beat you. But bang, bang, all of a sudden it's 2-0 after the first 2 hitters in the game.
Yeah, you don't see many games that open up home run, triple. And we had seen Jeff Weaver in spring training absolutely carve this Giants lineup up, and they had the varsity in there that day in spring training. It wasn't like they had a lot of young players in them. So more than capable. Today, however, it was all Giants and all Tim Lincecum.
All right, Amy G's with a special guest, and indeed a special guest.
Yes, we have Nori Aoki joined with his interpreter Kosuke. And first question, Nori, how do you say sweep in Japanese?
スイートってどういう意味ですか？日本語でスイートってまあ
スイート
like sweet as in
sweep. You swept him.
Sweep. Sweep.
Oh shit. ダメこれダメ。
Sweep.
Okay.
Sweep.
Okay. Okay. 三立て。
Okay, we're going to let you keep saying that again because that's probably too difficult for me to say. But you're able to sweep the Angels today. You've started off this homestand a lot better than the last homestand. What do you think has been the change in your guys' play out here at home?
いいスタートを切れました。前回よりはいいスタートを切れましたけど、まあそれは何が違うと思いますか？
いやもうなんか勝てるような雰囲気があるし、本当になんかピッチャーも踏ん張ってるし、なんか打線もねうまくつながるようになってきたし、なんかすごくみんな前向きになってると思います。
It just feels like we're in every game, and we can win every game. The pitchers are doing an excellent job, and the lineup everyone's contributing. So it just feels like we can win.
I want to ask you about Tim Lincecum next, but at first, your leadoff home run. You've only had 3 career leadoff home runs, so you don't do this very often. Take us through your at-bat, and how much does that spark a lineup when you can start a game off like that?
青木さん、こっち来てキャリアでは先頭バッターホームラン3本打ってますけど、まあそこでこうやって起爆剤になれたことについてどう思いますか？
もういつもやっぱり先制点取りたいし、いつも得点に絡みたいと思ってるし、その結果がねうまくホームランになってくれたっていう感じです。
It's very important to score first in any game, and I'm just glad that I was able to contribute to the first run of the game.
Tim Lincecum, 8 innings shutout ball. He's just strong out there for you guys. What's it like for you to play behind him?
リンスカムも今日8回投げ好投しましたけど、彼の後ろでプレーするのはどうですか？
いやもういつもね抑えてくれると思ってるし、今日なんてねもう本当にパーフェクトなピッチングだったから、もう本当になんか頼もしい存在でした。
No, we feel that every time he's out on the mound we can win, and it's really fun playing behind him.
Okay, one more time. How do you say sweep in Japanese?
Sweep どういう意味ですか？
三立て。
Dwayne and Mike, you say it. Santate. Guys.
Forget it, Amy. It's your interview. Come on. You're killing me.
Amy, you're setting us up to fail.
That's right. You're setting us to get fired is what you're doing. 12-13, Mike, after a really poor start. So Giants have to be happy right now with where they're at.
Well, here's the numbers. The first 12 games that the Giants played, they were 3-9 with hitting .224. That was the team batting average, and their ERA at 4.09. Last 13 games, they're 9-4, hit .276, and their ERA 3.31. Just a different feeling in the Giants clubhouse. They're taking it and that confidence onto the field now. And like Nori Aoki said, I mean, they're walking out there feeling that they can win every game. And they didn't have that the first 9 games of the season. They have it now. And it'll be a very interesting Giants team to see tomorrow when they take on the San Diego Padres, who kind of abused them down in San Diego. So confidence is everything in this sport.
And in order for this team to win, and it's not built where they're going to score a ton of runs, you have to do everything right, including catch the ball, and their defense has really tightened it up over the last week.
They really have, and I think it has everything to do with just confidence in general. I mean, when you get a few hits, score a few runs, you relax defensively. And the Giants pitchers are taking advantage of this too. You're not seeing a lot of base on balls. Giants are attacking that strike zone. They're putting the ball to play, and that's because they believe in this defense. If you aren't going to score a lot of runs, you have to play great D, and the Giants are doing just that. It is definitely a part of their success story.
All right, Giants sweep the Angels, and we've got more from AT&T Park, so stay with us. We'll be back right after these messages.